Car manufacturers are facing some tense times as they strive to meet strict CO2 emissions targets for 2021. Prior to any additional challenges they are now facing thanks to a turbulent 2020, the looming threat of a strict CO2 target has been on their minds for some time, with gradual steps in previous years leading to a target of 95 grams per kilometre across their fleets next year. Otherwise they could face large fines. €95 per gram over the target, multiplied by the number of vehicles sold in both this year and next. For some car makers, that could total billions in penalties. CO2 emissions from new vehicles have been falling in the earlier part of this century, and the 95 gram target was set in 2009. At the time, this was achievable. However, the Dieselgate scandal in 2015 and the resulting collapse in sales of diesel vehicles has caused a headache for car makers. Customers moving away from the low CO2 emitting technology instead turn to petrol, and while its market share has been slowly eroded by alternatively powered vehicles in recent years, it is still the dominant fuel type in Europe, increasing CO2 output as a result. In 2019, the European Union highlighted that CO2 from passenger cars had risen, not decreased, continuing a trend seen in the previous 2 years. The 122.4 grams per kilometre is still below the 2015 to 2019 target of 130 grams, but importantly figures are now going in the wrong direction. Most countries are still reporting CO2 grams per kilometre averages of above 100, the exceptions, as we can see here, being Norway and the Netherlands. Now, Norway has achieved this through a mass uptake of electric vehicles. This highlights that once mass adoption takes place across the continent, CO2 levels can and will drop. With car makers continuing to introduce new battery electric and plug-in hybrid models, such adoption is likely. The question is, when?